After you lose the lead, the missed shots, the quick shots, the turnovers, is that something that the freshmen maybe just have to learn to play in that situation, like they showed flashes in Lake Forest?
Yeah, I think that's legit. I mean, you know, Nelson, Devin, Zach were in the middle of it. Eric May, he's only a sophomore, he was in the middle of it, but so was Jared Cole. You know, I think 13 turnovers in the second half against a team that wasn't pressing. I mean, that's, you know, so, you know, and I'm not blaming the players. You know, I'm saying maybe we could have done a better job of coming up with an offensive set that might have worked better. The problem with offensive sets is, you know, they're you know, set up to shoot the basketball, you know, in a relatively short fashion. So, you know, you run a set, you're going to somebody that's not there, then you grind it a little bit, but we were just going. And it was a little bit of inexperience, it was a little bit of nerves, I think, and the situation. We were trying to sort of get it all back at once, which is what you try to guard against. But, you know, they kept fighting, and then, you know, it's probably for that.
Fran, you got an 8-day break here before your next game. As you kind of reflect on the first 10 games, what do you like about the team, and where do you think they need to go and improve on?
Well, I think, you know, Scott, I kind of said it, you know, we have to be able to go into a game and at least limit the other team's top 2 players. You know, right now we're not doing that. You know, and maybe we got to come up with better schemes. Maybe we got to change who's guarding those guys. Whatever. There's got to be you just can't let a guy like Christopherson come in here and get 30. Okay, and I'll take responsibility for that. So. At the same time, it's those stretches where we try to get it all back at once. And that we can talk about, that we can get straightened out. It's just a matter of having a little bit of patience. You know, we were playing like there was a minute 30 when there was, you know, 9 minutes and 20 seconds. That's a lifetime. You know, there was still only a 4-possession game. There's no need to rush. You got to go 2 by 2 by 2, but we got to go back and get a stop. They play fast enough. It's not like you need to panic. They're not, you know, going to come down and run the whole clock down. So they'll give you a chance if you defend them correctly to get back in it. And we got back in it anyway. We were right there. You know, if that call goes the other way, we've got the ball down too. You know, so you're right there. So I think, you know, we have some time now to work on those areas a little more specific. We've got a ton of games coming really quickly, which I think is hard for a young team.
How did you feel about Basabi's first half performance? He had 10 points, 6 boards, 7 blocks.
Yeah, I mean, he was really active, and I think that's kind of what we expected when we got him, that he was going to be able to impact the game that way. And it's unfortunate, the last 2 games he could have had a pretty good line, 12, 14, and 7 blocks. I mean, he almost had a triple-double. And in the last game, he was tremendous, but, you know, he's just not making his free throws, and he feels bad about that. We'll get that straightened out for him. He's on his way to having, you know, a 20, 14, 10-block game. That's incredible. So he's right there. He just, I think he has to trust himself as a scorer. You know, he was never really a scorer in high school. He was a shot blocker, runner, a dunker, and we're trying to expand his game. And we told him we would do that when we recruited him. And you're seeing him hit some shots. He took some jumpers. He hit some jumpers against Wake Forest. So he's a guy that can score. He's got a good stroke, and he can handle the ball. He's just got to trust himself a little bit more with that handle.
You mentioned the call, or I guess the no call when McCabe got back. But overall, what did you think of the team's transition defense tonight?
Not what it needed to be. It just wasn't. And they run on makes and misses. And, you know, for the most part, we got back on makes with a couple of exceptions. You know, but then in the second half, when we had, you know, a running team like that, if you miss 4, 5, 6, 7 possessions in a row, I don't know how many it was, but it seemed like it was about that many. You know, they're going to get out and they're going to get space and they're going to find shooters. And that's, you know, when you have a lead, you know, you're comfortable shooting the ball, and we just have to make sure that doesn't happen again.
One more question.
Coach, what do you say to young players like Mel and Devin who have very good games besides, you know, late free throws?
Well, I talked to Dev. I said, you have to understand how to manage the clock. You know, we're down 4. We don't need a 3 there. You don't need to jam it to Matt. Take the ball as a basket. You manage the clock. 14 seconds, you go lay it in, there's 10, we're down 2, we call timeout. And now we can steal it, we can foul, we can still come down if they don't make both. If they miss, we can come down and win it. But the idea of feeling you need 3 when you're down 4, and understanding that. But there again, we brought him in here as a shooting guard, as a small forward. He's playing point guard. He's in the game at the end. He's got the ball. Now, granted, we had a small lineup out there, but Nelson, I'm really proud of him. The kid played his tail off 31 minutes, and we gave him everything he had. And he made some mistakes. Yeah, all of our freshmen made some mistakes. But they all, you look at it. Dev's got 7 points and 4 rebounds, and Zach's got 12, and 13, and Melson's got 12, 14, and 7. Pretty good day for those 3 guys.
Okay.